So the truth is that there is a God within each man and each woman. And if you're capable to talk with God within another person, God will answer to you. If you can communicate with divine in another, you will receive answers from his divine nature. This is how I first could see and get those profound experiences and insights that I will be talking and communicating in this video. It's strange that as we talk about masculine divinity and feminine divinity, there is so little information about the way it really could function and how it can open such a deep window within your psyche to your own inner divine nature. So what we know from modern psychology, which is very narrow compared to Asian mystery schools, but still, there are many role models and archetypes and things that are already studied. And we know that within our psyche, we have, for example, our inner child, our inner parent, and many, many more. We have different masks, social masks, role models, superhero archetypes, and many other stuff that we could see and that we could integrate from outside world and from our inner spiritual world as well. And you might start to see this mechanics, that when you start to communicate to a certain persona within human psyche, to a certain role model or mask, you get response from this role model and mask. Or if you, for example, trigger certain parts within another person that are connected to childhood, if you start to communicate with a child within another person, the child appears, though you think that you are communicating with a mature another human being. So as you communicate with those different parts, different layers within another human psyche, you might get response from all this multidimensional being which is human. But as I started to get deeper in this question of how many of these sub-personalities do we have, and how many layers can we access within our own soul and within our own psyche, I got experience in channeling. I could easily connect with any part, any layer of existence, also with gods and goddesses, but actually you can connect this way with nature as well, with any form, any physical object, any natural form. And as this experience started within me, I could easily shift consciousness, and through my human body I could open and I could share energies that I couldn't before. For example, I could get much more artistic if I will communicate with the spirit of art or with muses. And so as I've got more and more of this experience, I could understand that spirit is actually unlimited and that I could integrate all these energies, because within our psyche, within ourselves, we have this formless spirit who is capable to play any role, to take any form, any energetic form as well. And this was really profound. And at a certain point, I started what I started this video from, that it was the first time when I could actually see a certain God, a God within another man. And this deeply sensual feeling, this vision completely shifts your consciousness at this second, because you just access a way of experiencing reality, not that physical as we know it, as if all reality start to shift in a bit. All reality start to be nothing more but certain model, a certain experience within your mind that you could change, like people do sometimes on psychedelics. I mean that truly reality starts to radiate in a different way. It's not a usual experience. It's not an experience when you just think that, no, you actually see as if certain God manifested himself in human form. This experience just blew my mind. And after that, as I could grow more and more mature, I saw that actually this activation key is within each man as much as each woman. And what happened after is that as I started to meet another people, I started to communicate to divine within this person. I even had such a fun experience when a man on the street approached me and tried to communicate, and I was open for it, so we started to chat. And after, I think, an hour of our communication, I thought, and I wasn't familiar with those spiritual mechanics back at that point, I thought, if I can communicate to divine within this person, because I can see it, because I can feel it, And I started to communicate on a deeper level as I've started to simply talk to those deeper layers of a person. Everything within this person changed within just few minutes. I just stopped responding to any kind of insecurities or any kind of typical human experience. I only started to communicate to a deeper layer within this person. And the person started to shine from within, to radiate his true power, which is inside of him. And as I got this experience more and more, and as I could understand that it's actually just a spiritual mechanics, that we all have this within us. It's not something purely unique, that there is a God within each human being, and you can communicate to this part, to this deeper layer of subconscious. And in this video, I wanted to share a little bit more what is divine feminine and divine masculine from my own experience. And divine nature, as I see it, nature of consciousness itself, is unbounded, unlimited force, which only then later can go in any form, can awaken this form into certain life experience. And as you access your divinity, the amount of forms that you could change and experience, amount of certain archetypes within your psyche, certain energies, you become fully infinite. And when we talk about dance between those two energies, feminine and masculine, it's an infinite dance. It's like an infinite role play. Sure, it could be deeply sensual, deeply sexual, deeply satisfying. And this all happens within your own psyche because you have all those potentials. And as you awaken them, you start to experience your infinity and your divinity as something so natural. I forgot to introduce myself during this whole video. Hi, my alias is Alice. I'm a spiritual mentor. I'm an artist. I'm a founder of Alias Academy. And I want to say that in my mentorship, how I found this process to initiate this divinity within a person, that first thing that starts is the point of center of your whole existence, which is heart, and which is something that for many people, because of traumas, because of really hard life experience, it's very crucial but still essential process that requires empathy to open your heart. But as you can do this, you access unlimited source of love within yourself. And this is a point where you don't need projections on other people, because this search for love, which is crucial for our human experience and which is so deeply implemented within us, we feel a certain necessity in this energy. But as you're capable to open your heart, you initiate within yourself an unlimited source of this energy. The energy exactly the one that you might feel that you're deeply in love with another person. This always within, this energy is deeply joyful, and you always have it inside your heart. It's really there. It really radiates from within. Second thing that I found extremely important, particularly in activation of divine masculine, is activating divine mind and this higher states of consciousness, but also an experience where you can tap into all levels of knowledge and of wisdom. And this is also something that starts, and what I saw then divine masculine is activated is just such deep layers of masculine wisdom and intelligence. It's like inner genius that start to awaken within a person, and this is very beautiful. It's just music for ears when you can see how people start to think and to see solutions and to talk when they are deeply connected with this infinite mind power which is implemented within us in our divine nature as you activate this. And then the third part, which is also extremely important, is your energy structure. It's the way that you can rotate as well your energy of life, your sexual energy, your inner streams. It is all actually connected to universal symbolism. And we have heart in the middle, in the center of all this experience. And we have mind, which is up. And we have this sexual energy and this foundation, which is below. And when you connect all this together, that's when you have a certain connection also, then all your visions and all the things that you can access because of this divine mind, you can also ground them here because you have enough energy, because you have a deep inner force which will guide you for all your life experience. So this is how I saw what is activation of divine masculine, and there's so many much deeper keys and layers of how it could be done. Also working with archetypes, working with Asian gods. It's such a huge library of knowledge, of energies, that a priest, a person could connect if he's interested in this experience. And that I also saw how beautiful it can be. Please let me know in the comments below if you're interested to learn more about this topic, because it's a field of my huge interest, love, and investigation. And of course, subscribe not to miss new videos. If you're interested, you can write me and ask about personal mentorship, which is now also available in English with my English channel and English speaking audience. I wish you happiness, I wish you luck, and I wish you to awaken your inner divinity. My name is Alice. See you in infinity.